Alright, so this was created by Erica Conger, who will be listed in the description box down below. And this is where you create a fall-themed eye look while answering some fall-themed questions, which I have all 20 questions right here. The questions will also be listed in the description box. And the palette I am using today that was randomly generated for me is the Profusion Harvest palette. I have one more palette that I'm going to be doing this month. I think maybe two more. Because I'm doing just some fall-themed looks this month. Get ready with me's. So I just did a little spin of a wheel, and this is the palette we got. So if you've never seen this palette, this is what it looks like. Very fall, very harvesty. There are 20 shades in this palette, so we're going to do a palette bingo on it. Depending on what shades we get, depends on how many I will be using. Generally, it's 5 to 8 shades, so I do have Tiny Decisions up, and that'll be right here for you guys. It's right in front of me. So we will just see what we get, and then we'll get on into the questions. So let me screen record this, otherwise you guys won't see anything. 3, 2, 1. Generate a random number. So first we get number 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a grassland, which is this beautiful, like, greeny gold. Then we get 9. Okay, that's oak, which is a nice brown. That's nice. Okay. 14, 5, 10. So now we got vegetation. Ooh, like a green brown. They're very light shades. Okay. Well, we got number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Secret Garden, which is the mint. Alright, I'd like at least one more shimmer. A shimmer would be nice. Shade number 2, that's Gather, another matte. Okay, I'm going to go for one more shade because I do like even numbers. This will be the last shade. So it's our color story so far, 9. We already had number 9. Come on. 20. That is the shade Nocturnal, which is another matte, a dark green. Well, it's unfortunate we only got one shimmer. Should I go for one more? I don't want a chance getting another matte. There's so many shimmers in this palette. Like, I don't want a chance getting another matte, though. So I could always pull in a single shadow. I don't have to just use this palette. We're gonna stop the screen recording. That's what we're gonna do. So and we're just gonna go with it. I am gonna prime my eyes with my Clinique light canvas that I still don't know how I feel about. And then we're just going to get into the questions. So there are 10 just general fall questions to start with, and then there are 10 would you rather fall questions. So let me just prime my eye here. And we will get into it. Okie dokie. So question number 1, do you have any fall traditions? I'm not too big on fall traditions, to be wholesale honest with you, my one, like, tradition would be I have to go get at least one pumpkin spice frappe from Starbucks. I'm going to go in with Oak, which Oak was this shade right here to set my primer. That's going to be the shade I do that with. So that would be, I really think, the only fall tradition I have. Which actually, when I went to Starbucks, I didn't even get a pumpkin spice frappe. I tried their new, it was an oat milk, like, apple caramel something frappe. It was really, really good. I really liked it. Also, this is my first time using this palette. I've had it for like a year and a half. All I've ever done is swatch it. It's a problem. Or maybe I've used it once. Maybe. So, thought it was a travesty and we had to get a fall use out of it. So here we are. Getting a fall use out of it. It's a pretty shade. Question number 2 is, if you could only pick one cozy fall clothing item, what would it be? Cardigans. First of all, I wear cardigans all the time. Even in the dead of summer when I'm sitting in my house in the air conditioning, I will put a cardigan on. I own 3 cardigans currently. My black one, which is my favorite, that's my winter coat, is my black cardigan. And then I own 2 orange cardigans. One is my, like, knit cardigan that's the same as my black one. And then I own just, like, a normal clothing material cardigan. I love them. I love cardigans. They're the best thing on the planet. If I could own one in every color of, like, the regular style and the knit, I would. I think that's all I'm going to do with that shade. What do I want to do? I'm going to take Gather, which was the bright orange, is what I think I'm going to take on this front half here, is what I'm thinking. I think I'm just going to use that to build up the crease color. So you know what? I might take that on a fluffy brush as well. On a different fluffy brush. Ooh, Gather has a lot of kick up. Just to make it a little more orange, and I'm actually going to work on my shape. Question 3, what movie or TV show reminds you of fall? I had to think so hard on that question, because, like, I don't know. But I ended up going with anything Tim Burton. Because it's always on TV, like, as soon as, like, one leaf changes or the wind starts blowing just a little bit cooler, it's like Tim Burton. Tim Burton's on TV. Any show, any movie, well, not show, any Tim Burton movie, it's on. Which I love the Tim Burton movies. I really, really do. So, that was my answer for that. I'm gonna take Vegetation, which was this green here, to deepen up. Question number 4. What's your favorite fall comfort food? I love sweet potato pie. But, like, the one with, because people make it differently. I've had it a couple different ways. But it's like the sweet potato pie with the marshmallows on it. It's so good. I love sweet potatoes just in general. Like, almost any way you can cook sweet potatoes, I enjoy them. But sweet potato pie just hits so good for a Thanksgiving, a fall comfort food. I love it so very, very much. It is absolutely fantastic. Question number 5 is, where would you want to travel during the fall? This is another question that I really had to think about because I don't really think I'd want to travel anywhere during the fall. Like, anywhere specifically. I've never been one of those people that's like, I want to go watch the leaves change here. I want to go see the parade. I want to go do this or that. Like, that's never been a thing that I want to go do. So I really had to think about my answer to this question. Let's go with that one. So I ended up picking, I'd love to go to a Packers game because football's during the fall. And I'm a Packer fan. Hi. Even though I live in Illinois, I'm a Packer fan. And I think that that'd be really fun. Now I'm going to go in with Nocturnal, which is that deep dark matte shade that we picked, just to fully deepen up that outer corner. Question number 6. Do you prefer cozy fall aspects or spooky fall aspects? To be honest, I like them both for different things. Like, I love a good spooky fall because I love haunted houses. I love Halloween. October is the best. But I love cozy fall. Like, I love just curling up with a nice candle. I love the leaves changing. I do love all of that. So I'm very torn on this question, but I did go with spooky because I love October. I love Halloween. Like, there's just something about spooky fall that just hits so much differently. But both. If I could say both, it's both. You really have to build this palette up, the mattes specifically. And that might be because it's over a year old and it's got like a plastic seal on it, but I don't feel like the mattes perform the best, to be completely honest with you. But I like the look that I'm getting out of it. Like, I think that looks nice. It's taking me a hot second to get there. And then I'm gonna need that and that. So let's get rid of those brushes. Question number 7. What is your favorite fall scent? I love anything pumpkin. Like the pumpkin waffle scents, pumpkin spice, obviously. There's like a wax melt that's a pumpkin banana bread. Oh, I love that one so much. Pumpkin waffle scents, pumpkin marshmallow scents. Like, I love the sweet pumpkin. Spicy pumpkin I'm not a fan of because I don't really like cinnamon in anything. But now I'm going to go into, because now I'm torn. Do I want the one shimmer on the inner corner or do I want it on the lid? I think I want it on the lid, so I'm going to take Secret Garden, that mint shade, and I'm going to put it on the inner corner. So I'm going to do the lower lash line really quick, which I'm just going to do like backwards of the shades we already did. But yeah, anything sweet pumpkin, I'm here for. But yeah, the pumpkin banana bread one and pumpkin marshmallow are like my go-to. Number 8, what song or album screams fall to you? And again, this is another question that I was like, I have no idea. What do you think of when you think of a fall song? And then I knew it. Tiptoe by Tiny Tim. And I will, for 2 seconds, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Tiptoe through the window. That song that's in horror movies, that is fall, because that's horror movies. Because when I hear that song, I think of horror movies, which makes me think of spooky season, which makes me think of fall, and it's a whole trickle effect. Number 9, if you were going to a fall dinner party, what dish would you bring? This is another one that I would have to think about, because what dinner party am I going to? I've never been to a dinner party. I don't think I ever will. But, hypothetically speaking, I honestly think I would either go one of two ways. I would either go to Walmart and just pick up a pie, like a pumpkin pie or something, to just satisfy, like, needing to bring something. Because, like, I'm going to go buy something from a store. Because a lot of times when you're asked to bring something, one, you never know if someone's allergic to something. You never know if, like, I don't know, there's too many worries and things like that on someone's allergic to something, if you've, tainted something. I don't know. People worry too much. So I think I'm going to go into Secret Garden now on that inner corner. But, so, I'd bring the pie. Sorry I got interrupted. Ian needed to show me a clip. But I'd bring a pie because I'm bringing something from Walmart. I'm not baking from home. Or I'd bring pretzels because I love a good pretzel. And I think pretzels are super underrated, especially at dinner parties. Ooh, I think that looks nice. I don't normally do a matte inner corner either. So I think that's gonna look super nice. I'm gonna bring that onto the lid a little bit. Like I do. Ooh, that's a very pretty pop of color. I like that. And then I'm just going to put some NYX glitter glue on my lid. And then Grasslands is this shade right here, which we're going to put on the lid. And then question 10, which is the last question for the just general ones. Let me get glitter glue. Because even just for regular shimmers, I like my glitter glue. And then I pulled out from my drawer of Project Pan stuff 2 green shadows that I'm working on, because I'll put this on the lid and then we'll see. I pulled out my loose shadow Narcissus because we might put that on there, and then I pulled out also ColourPop Fruit Punch, but that might be too green with what we got going on. So we might use those, we might not. And then I do shimmers with my finger. So we're going to go into Grasslands, and we're just going to pop that baby on there. But question 10 is, what is your favorite fall activity? I didn't answer the question. I love that. I legitimately didn't answer it. So we can sit here and answer it together. I think my favorite fall activity, besides doing spooky makeup, would be watching horror movies. / playing horror video games, like, late at night. Because I love that. Can't believe I didn't answer that on here. That is hilarious. So there's the shade. It's like a greeny gold. So now let me see. Do I want to add anything else? I really do think Fruit Punch is going to be too green for what we got going on. And I don't think anything else I'm working on would work. But I think I could feather Narcissus, maybe. But honestly, I do just like what I got going on. So for the other 10 questions, we're just gonna, normally I would cut off and go do the other eye, but off camera. But might as well just do it together since we have 10 more questions. But now I can do this eye a little more quickly since I know what I'm doing. That's usually how that goes for me. Now I know what shades are going where, what I'm doing. All is well and good and grand. By the way, cherry cola is what I'm drinking in case, like, because I'm holding it down here and you're like, what are you drinking? I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I was feeling it. So, for the would you rathers, and every would you rather I asked Ian, I was like, hey, I need your opinion on these. I want to know his, and I should have wrote his down just to tell you guys, because I'm sure some of you would have loved to have known his answer to the would you rathers. But number 1 is go on a hayride or visit a corn maze. Now, if you watched my last fall Get Ready With Me, which I will do my best to remember to put it in the either in the eye or in the description. I talked about this, but I don't like hayrides. As a fat person, they're just not meant for us, really. Getting on that rickety, like, truck, it's not a good time. And then corn mazes. I've only done a haunted corn maze once, and I got lost. I was in there for hours. My mom was really mean to me because she was just trying to drink and have a good time, and I was freaking out and had a panic attack and cried. So, corn mazes aren't really my shtick either. So, if I had to pick between feeling out of place, like feeling like I'm too fat to ride the ride, or freaking out because I don't know where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and having a panic attack, I guess between two bad situations, I answered the question on visiting a corn maze. Because I feel like as an adult, even though I do still have a horrible sense of direction, I feel like I would be able to better do a corn maze now than I did as a kid. Like, I just feel like I'd be able to do it better justice than I did. Like, I never even finished it. They had to let us out at a random interval, and it was a whole ordeal. I just got this brush from a giveaway, and I really, really like it. It's a Shades by Shan brush, and it's nice. Number 2, go apple picking or carve pumpkins at home. I would love to go apple picking once, but the real question you're asking me is go in public with people you don't know or stay at home. So I'm going to stay at home. Do I really want to carve pumpkins? Probably. I mean, I've never carved a pumpkin myself. I haven't carved pumpkins since I was a little kid, when my parents carved pumpkins for me, and I just, sat there and got to pick out which design my dad carved into said pumpkin. I've never carved a pumpkin, but that's the real question I feel like this is asking me. Would you rather go out in public and be subjected to the public or stay at home? So I picked carved pumpkins at home because I feel like I would rather try to do that than go apple picking. But I would go apple picking. I would try to. I would do that one time for the one time. Question 3 is, which side of this brush did I use? I think that one. Attend a harvest festival or an Oktoberfest party. So again, I don't think I would be doing either of these activities because I don't drink alcohol. Granted, because Oktoberfest, you're just drinking different kinds of beer. God, I feel like I have a Blazemere hair. on my face, but I cannot see it or like get it off, but I feel it. The perks and joys of having a long-haired cat, I tell ya. Probably do one more build up of that color. But a harvest festival, you're not necessarily drinking, but it's a lot of walking. Either one is a lot of walking around for me, and like that's with my disability, it's hard for me to do right now. And just, I don't know. I associate them both with a lot of drinking, and so I really probably wouldn't be doing either. But Oktoberfest specifically is, I don't know if I'd like the food, the kinds of foods they'd be doing at Oktoberfest, and I'm really bad about just trying new foods like that. And I don't drink alcohol. I can't with the meds that I'm on and things like that. So I picked Harvest Festival, because I just feel like that's something that I would more be likely to do, because generally at a festival like that, there's kids, so it's not as crazy, whereas Oktoberfest is wild. Back when I used to drink, Oktoberfest was something that was on my list that I was like, I want to go do that. But now that I can't drink, you know, it's not on my list anymore. And I know what some people are going to say, like, oh, well, you could still go and just not partake. Nope. I cannot, because then I would just be super upset that I'm there and can't partake. Like, that is not how that works. Not for me, anyway. Question 5. Have pumpkin spice all year round or gingerbread all year round? I can't stand gingerbread. I believe it's got cinnamon in it. I don't know why that didn't sound right to me. But I am a pumpkin spice basic bitch, so 1000% have pumpkin spice all year round. I love pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice flavors, scents. I love the pumpkin donuts. Like, I would love to have pumpkin all year round. Like, I'm mad that they already have Christmas stuff out. That they've had Christmas stuff out. So, I would much rather have pumpkin spice than gingerbread. No, thank you. Like, I don't like gingerbread cookies. I don't like gingerbread, like the creamer that you can get from Coffee Mate. I don't like any of it. It's too spicy for me. Cinnamon is spicy for me. I don't like it. And maybe that makes me a little bitch, but I don't like gingerbread. Number 5, go for a nature walk or watch a football game. A nature walk would be beautiful, but I just don't think I'd be able to do that currently with everything that's going on disability-wise. Like, it would have to be the most brisk nature walk you've probably ever taken. And as much as I'd love to do that, I know myself, so I wouldn't be able to. But I do love nature. And I would love to be able to do that. So I picked football game. Because I do like football. Like I said, I'm a Packer fan. So wouldn't mind watching a football game. And I sit here and talk about all my disability. Sorry, Ian had to show me something again. Where was I? But my disability is not that big of a deal. I have lymphedema and lymphedema in my legs and neuropathy in my feet. So I can't walk far distances. So like a nature walk just wouldn't happen. Before anybody's like, are you okay? Are things okay? Like, yes, things are fine. My legs don't work. My leg. Number 6, host a baking party or a costume party. I would never host a party. That is so scary to me. First of all, I live in an apartment. Not that you can't host parties in an apartment, but like, that's scary. Hosting parties has always been something that scares the shit out of me because like, I have to accommodate people and like their needs, and I don't have seating for people, and then like, I've got to make sure everything's okay. Like, I can't. Nope. I already have too much anxiety about going to other people's parties and making sure that, like, Do you need help with this? Can I help with that? Like, can I make sure everything's okay for you? Imagine if I hosted a party. Oh God, I would have anxiety. Like, I'd have a panic attack about it. It would not end well for me. I would be a wreck. I would be an absolute wreck. I am loving this secret garden shade. It is so pretty. So gorgeous. I need to do matte inner corners more often. That's what this is telling me. So, outside of hosting a party and me freaking out about that, baking party. So are we making a whole bunch of cookies and decorating them? Or costume party? Are we all dressing up and being cool? Both of those sound like a fantastic time, but costume party. Wholesale costume party. I want everyone to come in their craziest outfits. That is what I want. I think it would be the coolest thing ever. Because I've never even been to a costume party. As a kid or as an adult. I just think it'd be so cool. So costume party. God, Blazemere hairs everywhere. I swear. Grassland. Number 7, go leaf peeping. Go looking at leaves in New England or see the Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City. So as I said earlier, I would not want to do either of these things because they've just never been on like my list of something that I would want to go do. Like, they've just never been a priority. Like, I never watched the Macy's Day Parade until last year when we went to Ian's family's Thanksgiving and they had it on. I had never seen it. My parents never put it on TV on Thanksgiving. So that was the first year I had ever even watched it. And I was like, this is not that cool. I don't know why people freak out over seeing the Macy's Day Parade. Like, yeah, you see Santa and you see some cool balloons, but like, okay. You can do that in your own mall. Like, yeah, not gigantic 50-foot balloons and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't think it's that cool. But I also would not want to go just see leaves. Like, I would not want to travel from Illinois to New England just to go see some leaves change color when I can drive down the street and see leaves change color. I know it's like a whole thing there. I get that, but I don't know. Tourist attractions like that just don't do it for me. I don't know. It's weird. So if I had to, out of the two things that I would neither want to do, leaf peeping, which I hate that that's what this was called, leaf peeping in New England. Let me wipe off my lip plumper, which doesn't even plump my lips anymore. It doesn't smell like menthol anymore. I think I'm going to declutter it, to be honest with you. I don't have barely anything left in this. It doesn't even smell like menthol anymore. So that's a product I should probably just get rid of. But so for brows, I have my Wanderer Beauty Brow Duo. So the pencil side is in the shade Taupe, and then it's got a clear brow gel on the other side. For eyeliner, I'm going to use my Tarte Fake Awake. For mascara, I've been using the e.l.f. Lash Extender, because that's just what I have open. It's in the shade Soft Black. Yes, Soft Black. And then for lips, I think I'm just going to do my Milani Tease lipstick. I think that would look nice. Actually, and I might top it with a little bit of Gerard Cosmetics gloss. This is in the shade Salmon. Just to give it a hint of that orangey tint to pull in some of the orange tones that we got working with. I'm just telling you all of that because that's what I'm going to be doing while we talk about these last couple questions. So question number 8 is attend a haunted house or gather for a bonfire. I like both of those things. I haven't done either in a while, like in a long time. But I would honestly have to say Gather for a Bonfire. I love bonfires. And there goes my brow gel. I will have to grab that in 2 seconds. But bonfires, I absolutely love them. They are, if I could go to a bonfire all fall long, I absolutely would. 2 seconds. So sorry, I paused so that Ian could grab that for me, and then that turned into a whole ordeal for a second. So I just finished up my other brow. I put the Tarte Fake Awake in my waterline, and I'm applying the mascara now. Because I figure not really something I can talk much while doing anyway. So, but bonfire was my answer to that question. So we have 2 more. Ugh. Number 9 is curl up with a book or have a movie marathon. Now this one for me was super easy because I am not a book person. I have tried audiobooks. I have tried reading on like, not a Kindle, but like reading on my tablet. I've tried physical books. Like I've tried all different kinds of genres. Like I've read books, but I'm not a book person. So 1000% movie marathon. Oh, I love this lipstick. Like, I have flattened this baby out. It's in a project for 50 uses, and I'm very excited to see, like, where that takes it. And number 10, host a cheese and wine night or a cookie decorating party. Again, we all know I'm not hosting anything, but oh, I think that's nice. That made it a little more warm. And then always make sure that you're going to wipe off your dough foot so that you don't get that color into the gloss. Or just use a disposable, but I didn't want to have to get a disposable one out. So, that was nice. For me, if it was just like a cheese party, because like I love charcuterie boards, all different kinds of cheese and meats and all of that. Without the wine night, I hate wine. I am not a wine drinker. No, thank you. Gross. Absolutely not. Then I would say yes, because delicious charcuterie boards and all of that. But wine is gross. No, thank you. So I went with a cookie decorating party because that sounds cute and adorable and fun. And who wouldn't love to just get a bunch of random stuff and decorate some cookies? Like, that sounds so sweet and cute and adorable, and why not? So that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. This is how it turned out. Everything that I was wearing on my base face that I had done before I came on camera will be listed in the description box like always. And I thought this was fun. I do like how the look came out. It's different than how I normally do, but I think it looks nice. And that's going to do it for today's Get Ready With Me. Let me know what you'd like to see in other Get Ready With Me's. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.